I think if you go back to when I started work, those two words hardly get any mention counts in any sort of management meeting or work meeting, right? So diversity and inclusion.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Leadership Project, where today's topic is on diversity. Diversity and inclusion is being spoken about more and more in companies around the world. However, it begs the question as to whether people truly understand what it is and why it's important. Today we bring you another extract from our great interview with Sulin Lau of Grab, who shares her great insights on what diversity is and why it's important.
It's cognitive diversity, I feel, is the most important, right? So you can have a room of all women, and that's also not good. You can have a room of random like ratio of genders, but they can all think the same. So I think the greater part of diversity, it's always to make sure that if there's a healthy argument in the room, you're probably diverse enough. If there's healthy arguments about ethics of a certain decision, trade-offs of a certain decision, like are we benefiting this group of community versus this group? If there's always healthy debate, if people don't automatically agree with one another, I think that that's a better test of diversity than just looking at like ratios. We do need to make sure that our ratios are not imbalanced, but that's not what success should look like. Success should look like cognitive diversity of every important decision being interrogated enough that we are confident we've got all schools of thought inputted into the decision.
So the importance of diversity really comes down to the need for diversity of thought. If you surround yourself with people that are just the same as you, the same age, the same gender, same sexual preference, religion, race, the same cultural background, the same socio-economic background, the chances are you're going to surround yourself with people that think just like you do. And that really constrains the amount of new ideas and new thought generation that you might have in your team and in your business, which then can have a critical impact on your ability to grow and protect the business as you go forward, and becomes really critical in things like crisis management. Grab has taken great lengths to have a look at how they can implement diversity in their business. Let's hear again from Sulin about some of the measures that they've put in place.
I think if you go back to when I started work, those two words hardly get any mention counts in any sort of management meeting or work meeting, right? So diversity and inclusion. We generally think we're okay, right? Oh, people, all companies, all people, like, yeah, we're probably okay. But what I like about Grab is that we go back, we're very numerical, we go back to the numbers and we make sure that we are okay. It's not some kind of group think, management group think that we think we're okay, because what we see is the senior management levels. We want to see all levels of the company, making sure that we have a fairly good representation of also what our customers look like, right? Individually in marketing, we also checked. We went one step further. We didn't just check like the levels, like gender splits by levels. We also looked at like when we rate people as high performers or exceptional performers, is there some sort of unusual bias, But making sure you check, not just kind of scanning around, because scanning around feeds into kind of this management view bias, right? So I think that that's probably what I appreciate most. And Grab's not unique in that. I used to work at Facebook, and it's the same, right? So you do kind of make sure that this is important. You send the message down that this is important, but you also check the metrics to make sure that we're tracking correctly, behaviorally, not just symbolically. So I feel that that's probably been what's been great. And I think that it will take some time for that to move into the mainstream of more hierarchical firms in this region, but we'll get there.
So, some wonderful insights there from Sulin and from Grab about how they drive diversity into their organisation, about how they measure diversity, and about how they think about their customers and making sure that they have a diverse and talented workforce that understand and empathise with their customer base. I really hope that you enjoyed this short extract video of the interview. If you want to listen to the entire interview, please do catch the podcast episode that's available on the Leadership Project podcast on all podcast services. We look forward to bringing you more great videos in the near future. Please don't forget to hit subscribe. Please do take care, look out for each other, and as always, remember to challenge the status quo.